what I would love is for everybody to come on the journey
no, she started
where those two worlds
I
collide.
can't stand this lady.
We don't change anything.
I can't believe she
but we
actually said that.
interpret
We're changing
in
everything.
this incredible, unique way. It means absolutely everything.
My God, she's a full-blown activist. What have I gotten myself into?
Everything to
Progress forward. You're not the
film
first
and
black
television
actor in
industry to
Hollywood.
be doing something of this scale.
That's
and to
fatphobic.
be,
Oh my
positioned,
God, I hate this woman. It's
as
taken all my
essentially
self-control not to pummel her to death right here and now.
as
I
a
wish I
mother,
could get out of this, but I'm just in too deep.
Exactly.
And the worst
what
thing
our
of all, she
industry
really
and what this
believes it.
incredible,
Oh, will
piece of
someone
television
please
is.
kill me?
Everyone was cast because they were
Fat. You were cast because you were
absolute
black
best
and fat.
person for the role.
Yeah, her role
And
was
to be
lying
part
activist
of the
gaslighter.
redress of
You're the one who needs the redress, lady. You looked like a dog ate a Hulk comic book and vomited it back up.
Welcome back to The Watch, and oh boy, do we have some fun ones. Like this, there is so much to just roast about this new article that's dropped from the Rings of Power. It's hard to decide a title to focus on from some of the astronomical face-off takes in this article, where they just. Oh my goodness. And it reminds me of the show on trying to say, oh, well, it's not going to be political. And the actors are just going and going and going and just giving us more. So we're going to dive into that. And before we go, guess what? Night's Watch has a Twitter account, a dedicated Twitter account. And we're going to be having lots of fun on that. Go follow us, because we'll give you notifications. We'll also be sharing certain things that maybe we'll have time to cover on the video. Maybe we won't. But we're on watch, okay? And we want to be looking for and guarding against all this crap, let you know what's happening about the production of, the media that we wish would be good, but it's not, and the people who falsely have control over the properties and characters and franchises that we love. We need to call them out, and so the Night's Watch Twitter account is where it's going to be happening. We're going to try and post kind of short highlight clips as well, so you can share it, get the word out about the watch.
And Nathan, you know how I say funnies? Well, we all say funnies in the office sometimes that don't get recorded. Yeah. What if we put those in text form on the Twitter?
Yes,
if
great.
they're funny to be read, then I think yes.
Nice.
And, we're all going to have access to the Night's Watch Twitter, so you'll get tweets. You won't know who it's from, but it'll be from one of us. Okay.
Who did it?
Exactly. Go follow us. And I would love to see the Night's Watch Twitter account become larger than the Shadiversity Twitter account, because Shadiversity isn't made for Twitter. I think Night's Watch can be. I think the content we have here we can have some fun.
Yeah.
On the battlefield of the Twitter
culture war.
Yes. But also, other ways to support us is, of course, through Utreon. Subscribe to our Patreon. Thank you to everyone who's supporting us. Helps us out a huge way to keep making this content. Let's dive into this. So this article dropped over the weekend, and even from the beginning, the opening of it, it is just like... That was my reaction.
You're a supervillain, I just realized.
Oh boy, this article gave me such joy. You saw the cold open, okay? When I noticed that guy's facial expressions, I busted out laughing out loud in real life. It was like, I'm just enjoying myself now.
You're just a happy camper,
I
aren't you?
know, this is great. So, Rings of Power stars explain what to expect from new Lord of the Rings series. Oh yeah, I wonder what they're going to say we should expect from it. And the very kind of next headline is new characters, improved representation, and focus on lesser-known Tolkien works shape big budget series. It's that's everything we've been saying. This isn't Lord of the Rings. It's not Tolkien. They're focusing. They want the highlight for these actors and for the people trying to promote it is that it has new characters that aren't in Tolkien's works, has improved representation, not the story or anything. It's got representation, guys. That makes it good, and a focus on lesser known Tolkien works. So, like, focus on stuff that Tolkien didn't want big stories about.
Yeah, so lesser known, so little that he literally didn't even conceive of them in his lifetime.
Exactly. Everything we've been saying, but it's just, again, and there are some amazing quotes from this. This article is all, I don't even think they're trying to do damage control at the moment because they know they lost the battle, so they're trying to basically appease the people who would already agree, or the, the higher-ups, the important people with big paychecks and stuff, try and support it, because look how this article begins. Like it or not, Hollywood is going back to the world of dwarves, magic, hobbits, and Middle-earth. And it's like they're aware. A lot of people don't like it. And they're basically saying, too bad, it's getting made, suffer in your jocks. That's a very Australian saying, doesn't it, people?
Suffer in your jocks?
Suffer in your jocks? Does our broader international audience heard of that one before?
I've never heard of it in my life.
It's new to me.
Even you
Suffer
guys?
in your jocks. Yeah, I don't like him
It's
either.
from an Aussie
I'm
film.
freeballing now. Commando.
It's from an Aussie film, I believe. Is it not from The Castle, Suffer in your jocks?
No, that
Maybe.
one's going straight to the pool room telling me he's dreaming. I'm so disappointed with the Australian legal system.
Yeah, but I thought that... Anyway. They're basically saying, suck it, we hate you, it's getting made anyway, to spite you. That's the tone of this. Like it or not, it's getting made, and it's getting made our way for the representation and everything. And they're doubling down, tripling down.
Digging their heels in.
Mm-hmm.
Lick the ring of power, bigot.
So there's a lot of things, but I think we just need to jump to the best one. And it's from representation lady herself, the Black Dwarven Queen.
The first one.
Not only the first female dwarf on screen ever, but also the first black woman to ever be on television or film.
Yeah,
That's how important it is.
I think we could get inspired by it, their standard of honesty here, and kind of adopt it. I think we are the first people on the internet ever. Welcome to the first people on the internet Night's Watch. And if we just repeat it enough,
it'll be true.
Yeah.
My truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's my
first people on the internet. Look, it was a unknown, wild time when we appeared.
Yeah.
So raw and untapped, but we saw the internet for what it could be, the cause for humanity's destruction.
And who knew? Like they say, information is power, and it seems like that power's being used for bad.
Yeah. We tried to prevent this, but being the first ones, we tried to do good. Then other people came along and ruined it, and we're just trying to fix it now.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go down to the best one. So some of her quotes from this thing is amazing, and it's funny. It's just confirming everything we've known from the beginning, but we're here to just laugh at it, roast at it, and staying on watch, okay? We're gonna, even if we're hearing the same thing, it's in something new, and it's just more evidence to pile on this dumpster fire.
Love is for everybody to come on the journey where those two worlds collide, and where we don't change anything, but we interpret everything.
There it is.
Wait. Okay. For the process of interpretation to take place, let's use language, right?
Yes.
Let's use the word baka, Japanese word for stupid or silly, and then you translate that interpret it into another word in English, which means it's changed. It has changed. It's all jumping.
So what you mean here, lady, is you're changing it.
Yes. We're not we're not changing things, we're just changing things.
See, not only is this lady a possessed activist who is extremely, extremely vain and arrogant, she's also a moron. It's like, she doesn't know language. It's like, we're not changing anything, but we interpret everything. One of the casual uses of interpret is to reframe for in a new perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's literally what they're doing, because Lord of the Rings isn't in another language. So by the clear context of how they're speaking here,
Or Elvish.
yeah, but for the story, right? They're not interpreting it into another language. They're interpreting the meaning and what it looks like, which means changing in this context.
Yeah.
So blatantly obvious and clear. And just like there they say it. Not only that, she literally says everything. So listen.
Two worlds collide, and where we don't change anything, but we interpret everything.
They interpret everything. And also the claim, we don't change anything, when they've literally said, we're adding characters that didn't exist, okay? We're adding representation that wasn't there before. And like the hubris of this vile woman to just be so dishonest and so obviously dishonest is astounding. It's like, we're not changing anything when there's like such obvious things have changed. Your very presence in this canon is a change. What are you thinking, woman?
And like a cannon, I hope they fire her.
Oh, it's just... Did you see what? I was just laughing my head off at this. Oh, and it's not done. It's not done yet.
In this incredible, unique way. It means absolutely.
So changing in this incredible, unique way. The incredible, unique way she's referring to is wokeness. So they're making it more representative. Those are the interpretations that they're doing for everything.
Everything. It is everything. It is everything.
She said everything 3 times in a row.
It is
Listen to it again.
everything.
Like,
it is, we interpret
Listen to-
everything in this incredible, unique way. It means absolutely everything. It is everything. It is everything for people of colour. It is.
Okay. So it is everything. The most important part of this whole show is not the story, it's not the characters, it's the representation. It means everything for people of colour. It means legitimately, the greatest and most glorious, transcendent thing about this whole thing is its representation. And representation means spit to a story. It's nothing. Story doesn't... you should focus on the needs of the story. Wherever it comes from, you don't need representation in Asian cinema, you don't need representation in African cinema, or African history, or tales or mythologies that are tied to cultural ethnic backgrounds. No, you be true to the culture that they come from, and that's the important thing. And so, not only is she so this isn't just means nothing, to activists like her, it's everything. It is...
Because it's her job, it's her career. Her diversity is her career. At this point it is. She was seemingly unknown before this, and she was put in for a political reason for diversity. So to her, yeah, it's everything.
Well, guess what? She goes on to basically say that. She first says, well, we'll wait for it. She tries to be... it's so good.
Is everything to progress forward in the film and television industry, to be doing something of...
To progress forward in the film and television industry, because guess what, guys? This is the first franchise ever that has black actors in it. Like I said, we're the first people on the internet. Don't you know?
This is the first video ever put on YouTube.
I think
it
you're
means
right.
everything.
It's the most astounding... Share this video on Twitter. People need to know.
Wait, Twitter doesn't exist yet. We haven't invented it.
Oh, yeah, well, with the Night's Watch Twitter account, we've just invented Twitter. Let people know Twitter exists and that this is the first video on the internet. Share it out. They have to know.
Yeah.
It's really important.
To be doing something of this scale.
Oh, come on. You're not that fat.
Positioned, as Princess Disa, as a woman of colour, as a mother, is exactly what our industry and what this incredible piece of television needs.
It needed it. If she wasn't there, I mean, the world would be incomplete. There would just be something so horrible and broken with it if she wasn't there. A mother, a woman of colour.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we probably have that extra 23 degrees of axis on our spin if she wasn't here.
Quickly, show him your fat card, Oz. The extreme level of hubris and arrogance that she's inflating herself to be. She's thinking she's like the birth of representation in the world.
To be positioned
Again, this guy
as
is just
Princess Disa.
It's just like, kill me now.
That look is kill her now.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what is this bee saying? It's just like, just end it. It's so awkward. It's just like...
Shad can't handle it. Now I've got some red representation.
Oh my goodness, this is so great.
As a woman of colour, as a mother, is exactly what our industry and what this incredible piece of television needs. Everyone was cast because they were the absolute best person for the role and to be part of a redress of balance within this world.
A redress of balance.
Oh, wow! Everyone was cast because they're the best and a redress of balance in this world. It's like, so essentially, she is saying Tolkien and Lord of the Rings was racist. And there was something inherently bigoted about it that so much so, a redress needed to happen to rebalance this world.
Tell you what, a redress needed to happen before she filmed this podcast.
I know! Gosh, get some clothes on, woman.
I think she'll be filming for She-Hulk or something.
Oh, gosh. It's not a pleasant sight, lady. We don't want to see that. You're not attractive. It's great that your husband loves you, as he should, okay? Because the person you love, you'll find attractive. But for everyone else...
What's that ring that's on her thing? Do you reckon that's like the one ring?
Gosh.
Because I'd appreciate some invisibility on her part right now.
I don't know. It's hard to see into the crack of Mount Doom.
Oh.
It's right in the crack!
Shad. The crack of Mount Doom is on the other side. She's called the Black Gate.
Do you reckon this video is the one that get us cancelled? Help us. Save us. Support us.
In what world do we live where we get cancelled and this show doesn't?
I know, right? This lady is actually racist. She genuinely believes that no black person can appreciate Lord of the Rings because of the color of people's skin in it. That's her viewpoint, okay? That's an inherently racist belief.
Television needs. Everyone was cast because they were the absolute best person for the role.
No, that's just objectively false.
And
by what you say next.
To be part of a redress of balance within this world.
Oh boy! So that was just such fun that I think let's leave the video as as a dedicated look at that interview particularly because that was just amazing. How you going now, Oz?
No.
What?
Seeing all I can see. Seeing. I was just look, dude. I'm just.
They're burning themselves, and at this point. I am just going to laugh along with their own destruction. It's fun to me now. It's like they have destroyed it. And this is part of, the crusade against this type of crap. Because if you're going to make crap media and desecrate something special, we will laugh at your own destruction as you try and do this.
If this is all the content and views we're getting out, just covering the stuff before it comes out, imagine what it's going to be like when it actually comes out.
I think after each episode, not only are we going to need to do a review, we're going to need to break down just a segment that is, and then focus on one segment at a time in detail and meme the hell out of every single thing. If you think you've seen the Night's Watch crusade against something, oh boy, just you wait. Because as always, you and I must stay on watch.